Despite its bright tiki mask sign and torches, Kon Tiki is still a bit difficult to spot off the busy road.
It dispenses its tropical goodness at 4625 East Broadway Boulevard, surrounded by offices and little shops. The entrance is a mix of stone tikis, a tiled tropical ocean mosaic, and lush tropical plants.
Just above the entrance is the mantra of Kon Tiki owners: "Welcome to paradise."
And inside, you know what? That's exactly what you find.
To get a better sense of Kon Tiki's rich history, we sat down with the general manager, Louis.
This place has been here for 48 years. A gentleman by the name of Dean Short and Tom Chandler started, they were the restaurant, the restaurant people in town. They had a few restaurants, and this was one of the ones. I mean, back in the 60s, there was a big movement. All the servicemen were coming from overseas, and they were all in Polynesia and places like that. So they were all coming back, and they wanted to create places that reminded them of them being overseas. So Kon Tiki originally was a chain restaurant that started off, and they opened up chains all over hotels all over the United States. Again, they wanted to create that environment for the servicemen. A la, you get the thatch roofs, the tiki gods, the bamboo, and all that type of stuff. Dean Short and Tom Chandler, they went with it, and they opened up their own place. This one wasn't part of the Kon Tiki chain. They created their own Kon Tiki.
The owners brought in designers to create a custom, one-of-a-kind tiki feel to their new restaurant. Everything in Kon Tiki was made to order specifically for them and exists nowhere else. Even the tikis found throughout and outside of Kon Tiki were custom made.
Tiki gods were custom made by a gentleman by the name of Milan Guanco, and he's a known tiki carver. He's probably one of the most famous ones, and now people that are carving tikis, there's known artists now that have started creating these things, but everybody, I mean, if you're a tiki carver, your guy is Milan Guanco. So we have over 20 of them here, so it's very rare to find a place that even has one today. And for us to have as many as we do, it's truly a gem to have them.
Kon Tiki actually claims more Milan Guanco tikis in one place than any other place in the United States. Each one was hand-carved by the artist specifically for Kon Tiki, and each is unique in both its style and representation. As with everything else, time took its toll on Kon Tiki. In the 1970s and 80s, tiki culture dwindled in the U.S., and the restaurant felt the effects.
Over the years, it had changed ownership a couple times, and on the last time that it changed ownership, the people that had control of the restaurant had really run it down into the ground. Put it this way, they got to a point where they shut it down for a year.
Luckily, the owner remembered Paul Christopher, Louis' friend, who had started washing dishes at Kon Tiki when he was only 14.
Places, when something like that happens, either change the place to something else. My buddy, with the history of being here and working here and loving the place, he kept it the same, and he's kept the tradition ever since. So he's had it for 17 years now.
Now, 48 years later, Kon Tiki has become a fixture in Tucson and is visited by people traveling internationally just to have a drink here. And speaking of drinks, Kon Tiki prides itself on serving traditional and new tropical drinks that distinguish tiki bars from other places, and they douse them with a healthy mixture of strong booze and enough fruit juices to hide the taste. We met with Kon Tiki's bartender, G, and asked him to make one of their most popular drinks.
Well, my name is G, and I'm going to present to you the infamous Scorpion. Light rum and dark rum, gin and brandy, this is Scorpion nectar. 8 shots if I count correctly. You have all the luck in the world with whatever date you bring in here. This is all the help you need.
Now, we know it has 2 kinds of rum, plus gin and brandy. But what the hell is Scorpion nectar, and how do you make it? What's in the Scorpion?
Oh, man.
Can you tell me?
Just
What colors? What do they smell like? Please go.
Man, it's tough. You're putting me on the spot here. Scorpion. There's just a whole lot of liquid aloha in there, and a whole lot of juices in there. You know.
Right.
You know, we make strawberry, and we make our original scorpion, and we make blue. Our original scorpion is kind of like an orange, tangy, citrusy taste. Strawberry, of course, is strawberry. And our blue is blue, you know, and it's funny how it got started. When I started working here, now, you know, strawberry is probably just as popular as the original, but somebody asked, and one thing led to another. We put a little strawberry in there. I don't like the citrusy taste. Can you put something? Put some strawberry in there. And now it's probably just as popular as the original. So
is that a 48-year-old recipe? I mean, has that been around since?
Yeah. We've had our own recipe. I mean, you can go on the net and find a recipe for a scorpion, but it's not going to be like ours.
So yours is special.
Ours is special. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. I love my job too much. So.
Kon Tiki also has a full kitchen, and they're known for serving unusual Asian Pacific-inspired dishes.
Have a full meal, you got to have monkey on a stick. That's tradition. You got to have monkey on a stick. So.
And so we did. Monkey on a stick, as it turns out, are skewers of grilled beef marinated and topped with their unique sauce, served over a bed of rice. Monkey on a stick, and this is a spicy one, right?
Spicy monkey on a stick.
So you basically there's like kebabs, and you grill them in the back. Mm-hmm. Does the spicy have a special seasoning on it, or is it the
guys
sauce?
make a special little spicy sauce, or volcano sauce.
Uh-huh. Holy cow, that's good.
Spicy?
It's spicy, but it's really sweet.
But it's bearable right now.
Well, it's just a little sweet, a little bit spicy. And the steak is excellent. This is the best monkey I've ever had.
There you go.
And although the tikis aren't for sale, you can still take a piece of Kon Tiki home with you by ordering your drink in one of their limited collectible mugs.
These mugs right here are based off of tikis in here. So what we're going to do is a big collection of all the tikis in here. Yeah,
that's cool.
And again, you know, a lot of people can make, you know, a lot of people try and duplicate these tikis that we have here. We've had them here for 48 years.
In the middle of the city, in the middle of the hustle and bustle, Kon Tiki is a welcome escape from just about any care you might have.
You walk in the door and it just takes you to a whole different place. I don't care where you're at. You can be in California, wherever. You come into Tucson, you walk in that door and you're in a whole different place like you've never been before. Outside it says welcome to paradise. It truly is paradise when you walk in the door. And people go back to that and escape for even a few minutes that they're in here, they escape to somewhere else.
These bars, these tiki bars, are fading fast. There's been a flock of them built lately that try to recreate the spirit of aloha that started at places like Kon Tiki. But they'll never be like the original. If you're going to go to Kon Tiki or a place just like it.